I turned 18, and my dad kicked me out with no explanation. Then I discovered why he could never look me in the eyes. The morning of my 18th birthday, I woke up to find my father standing at the foot of my bed, holding a baseball bat. His hands were shaking, and there were tears streaming down his face. "Get out," he said, in a voice so broken it barely sounded human. "Get out right now and never come back. Don't ask questions. Don't try to contact me. Just go." He dropped a manila envelope on my bed and turned away. I sat up, completely disoriented and terrified by the raw pain in his voice. "Dad, what's wrong? What happened? Did someone die?" But he was already walking away, his footsteps heavy and final on the hardwood floor. The envelope contained $2,000 in cash, my birth certificate, social security card, and a single sentence written in his handwriting. "I'm sorry, Trevor. I can't look at you anymore without seeing what I did." The words made no sense. I found my belongings packed in garbage bags on the front porch, hastily but thoroughly gathered like he'd been planning this moment for weeks. My computer, clothes, books, the hockey trophies I'd earned in high school, everything that proved I'd existed in this house, now reduced to plastic bags waiting by the curb. "Dad, please!" I pounded on the front door, but he'd already engaged every lock. Through the window, I could see him sitting at our kitchen table with his head in his hands. He looked like someone who'd just buried his only child. My neighbor, Mrs. Sullivan, appeared beside me with a concerned expression and a cordless phone in her hand. "Trevor, honey, what's happening? Your father called 20 minutes ago asking if I could give you a ride somewhere." He sounded absolutely destroyed. "I don't know what's happening," I said. "He just told me to leave and never come back. He won't tell me why." She drove me to my best friend Danny's house, where his mother took one look at my face and immediately started making phone calls to find me temporary housing. The story spread quickly through our small town's network of concerned parents. Good kid kicked out on his birthday by a father who'd never shown any signs of instability or cruelty. Danny's family let me stay in their guest room while I tried to figure out what had triggered my father's breakdown. I called his workplace, but they said he'd taken indefinite leave starting that morning. I called our relatives, but nobody had heard from him in weeks. It was like he'd planned to disappear from my life as completely as possible. The first clue came when I was going through my belongings and found a letter I'd never seen before, hidden in the bottom of my laundry bag. It was addressed to me, but had never been opened, postmarked 3 months earlier. The return address showed it was from someone named Detective Rita Vasquez with the state police. Inside the letter was a request for me to contact her regarding new developments in a case that may involve your family. She provided her phone number and mentioned that she'd tried calling our house multiple times, but had been told I wasn't available. The letter was dated just after my father's behavior had started. I called Detective Vasquez from Danny's house. She answered on the first ring like she'd been waiting for my call. "Trevor?" she said, recognizing my voice immediately. "I've been trying to reach you for months. We need to talk in person. This isn't a conversation for the phone." She agreed to meet me at a diner, away from Danny's family. Detective Vasquez was a woman in her 40s with kind eyes and the careful manner of someone who delivered terrible news professionally. "Trevor, I need you to understand that what I'm about to tell you is going to change everything you think you know about your family," she said, sliding a thick folder across the table. 3 months ago, we reopened a cold case from 18 years ago, a hit-and-run accident that killed a pregnant woman named Amanda. My blood turned to ice. "I don't understand what this has to do with my family," I said. Detective Vasquez opened the folder and showed me crime scene photos that made my stomach turn. A car wrapped around a tree, emergency vehicles with flashing lights, a stretcher covered with a white sheet. The victim was 22 years old and 8 months pregnant. The baby was delivered by emergency cesarean section but survived. The driver who caused the accident fled the scene," she continued. "We never found him. No witnesses, no security cameras in that area, no physical evidence left behind. The case went cold until 3 months ago when new DNA technology allowed us to test evidence we couldn't analyze before." She pulled out a DNA report that might as well have been written in a foreign language, but Detective Vasquez translated the crucial information. The blood found on the victim's car didn't belong to her. It belonged to the person who hit her and kept driving while she died alone on that road. "We ran the DNA through the national database and got a match," she said. "The blood belongs to your father, Trevor. Richard was the drunk driver who killed Amanda and orphaned her unborn child." Full story on my channel and linked below.